Oneness. Openness in faith and dimension. And also, you try to do with some teachings from the 9 freedoms of the Material Society. And then you share the Bikakrafa, the 4th freedom. Young kind envy. Now, Chashu. Next time, yeah, Chashu.
The 4th freedom
will be enlightenment.
Freedom from ignorance can be brought about. Freedom from ignorance can be brought about by all terrestrials who are willing to expand sufficient energy to bring this elevated state into being. There is but one major sin upon terra, that is ignorance.
Good. Bonikasia and Wibiasa. The greatest sin is what? Ignorance. I didn't know Casa. Ignorance, I said. What is ignorance? Ignorance is the greatest sin. This is what it means. Listen. And I'm saying, wouldn't you say? We have been here obia. Why now we are doing it? You are ignorant of why. Until obey we are one beside the here. And I say, wouldn't be here. Send me a bit here within a man and Saba and nobody. Like as a 1 year. It is okay to be here with any woman who is a one and you won't want to kiss the fan say, wouldn't be wouldn't be now more black than beer. That is the greatest sin. The greatest sin in this world is ignorance. Saying that between say, if you want source, we are interrelated. Then you have to believe back. Then you know boom and a man yakupon a body a kama. In the international dream, who was signing the way a bad is of which to be 90. They make out yes. In 19 out to China, you wouldn't say a bonnet, but before God, and in your bonnet. Bonnet say, not only wouldn't be among property. For instance, I could try any so say German Garrison in the world. Because the baby is ignorant, obviously the mama and the accident. One someone when you're ignorant, won't say German as you. So all the mistakes we do, the ability of one I say will be an nature piano. It is simply because we are ignorant. And I say, woman, Professor John will feel ignorance. Now, I say, a year more. Or my ready willing, so I'm what make it trouble. I'm what they ever bought no money soon. Willing to expend sufficient energy to bring this elevated state into being. Expend, to spend, expend. I want, hello? I want dinner, Utinia could be compensa. I want dinner, Winya, 87. I want dinner, Winya, a cup of bread. I want dinner when you are the junior and your papa. Or say, Passa or Deno. So open your proper energy. Now one can say what develop or miss out the generation. This is what it means. Hello? Hello? The moment Uber Sewa holding Edia is all best Sewa holding any of the idea something Sam or Dena was saying that you look check. Because you have used that energy wrongly. You are supposed to use that energy to develop yourself. But what you say, the person should be willing to expend sufficient energy to bring this elevated state into being. How then the amount so develop spiritually. Every young satu abrabo hona niema yeye. What is some how they no yin sempa say bibi o wan kasa wo life. Say obi life. Some to so near children. You are misusing the energy. And also, if you want to be free from ignorance, some energy are make up once in me. try to use it. Now one customer there, what in there? I've been telling you, what yes is here, you are using energy. Make us say maybe you know my bro. Because once it is spiritual teaching, you are not using physical energy anymore. Until who may be a man, you should be a casabiano. I am expending some energy. But because I made it cut as some papa and the one, I'll get proper reward. Any breath, who may be our back for me, any energy, and make sure say that breath, that energy in the breath that you see, it is for your own interest. The mechanism is it. What you say? Because we say, baby, and how over to me the sound for dinner on whom I did the papa on the boy. Over to you, so I could trade you. Over to me the woman and what you not okay, but see accepted. Then we are misusing the energy in the breath to destroy someone. So, what it should happen to the person who is willing to expend sufficient energy to bring about this elevated state into being. Next sentence.
Enlightenment is a result of the controlled application of specific energies and procedures towards a predetermined end. Physical man can predetermine the end of his physical energy and cause this to be used in its best sense according to the law.
Okay. Topic here, the enlightenment. Hello? It is from the word enlightened. So when we get it, it is not about wisdom. Wisdom is part of enlightenment, but enlightenment is higher than wisdom. Enlightenment, to get enlightened, can you have a bravo? Not almost the mention. I'm not saying, sir, enlightenment, it is the reason why we are on this earth. Sir, you be enlightened when you be a susan. Yes, a bishop, some amigo. Umenya Susumutia, Unamuntia, for a bravo, a fanya pupo, a fowl, a fanya miamodiamo. Umenya Santia, was it is a result of controlled application of specific energies and procedures towards a predetermined end. What does it mean? Like I said, enlightenment. Hello? What do I have? And yes, simple, sir. There was specific energy, like that you are making. There were specific procedures. Can be a several fashions. Now control all those methods. Now, my dear, when it does a predetermined end, when sacred. So we will tell you, say, hey, dear, the mercy of God. In Islam, Ar-Rahman. But what you say? The procedure in Islam is Ar-Rahman. So the predetermined end is you want to receive God's mercy, yes sir. So you say Ya Ar-Rahman. It is a specific procedure that Ya Ar-Rahman, Ya Ar-Rahman, Ya Ar-Rahman. I idea a daho so obey so that obey Yakupo mercy. For instance, I was saying Yakupo so that you be great. You want the protection of God so that you be great. We can say Ya Azizu in Islam. Then we can what the original. We can say Ya Azizu in Islam. Okay. So who say the energy of the universe. Trivia and when we are saying Yamia Bama Yinina. Yani universe, the energy of the universe, one. Then, Sanipani your Buddhist. The Buddhists know say that energy of the universe, I control the with yourself. So energy dependent me over mystic law. In Buddhism, it can have a different name in other religions. Mystic law, Miyabo. It is someone named Miyabo, mystic law, no, Ebeye Bakono. The Buddhists will say, please recite Nam Miyoko, bring gate cure. That's what you say. Until you are applying a specific procedure so that you be one with the universe. That's what you say. Nam Miyoko, bring gate cure. Ebia, universe, our consciousness. Universe, our game, the consciousness in the tree, the consciousness in the goat, the consciousness in the human being, the consciousness of the universe Your person, the consciousness of the universe, backward. Now, say the Anipani Hindu. Then the Hindu will say, Om Namah Shivaya. It is a specific procedure. But almost the maintenance. Like I said, if you want to be enlightened, and yet scatter things, and yet someone named be, and someone named be our passion. That is the reason why a spiritual teacher is needed. Yes, come to me and say, over a bravo kama, when you do bonnet, that is okay. But at the end of the day, you have to be enlightened. Enlightened into the spiritual teacher. Normal guidelines and specific procedures are fashion. You control the procedures and apply them for your life. If I talk to the maintenance, hello? Like in Islam, if you want abundance of protection and then protection about your finances, say you to the board bank is really abo sika send we do bank in totality, total protection. We say Hasbunallah, one liman wakil. It is so big man. No big Hasbunallah one liman wakil. They won't arrive at the same destination. Can inform Munkofa. Where are Rahman of a mercy and where Hasbunallah one liman wakil of the protection. Maybe in your life as you sit here, enlightened, there are so many problems around you. Into what means CPM one by any enlightened because of the problems and obstacles and attacks. Then, if you're a Muslim, you say Hasbunallah, when they are working. Then, if you are Hindu, you will say Oh Narasim Haya. I was soon be able. And like I said, venerate all religions. Obia will be. When this one is said, Hasbunallah, when they are working, where they can Om Narasim Haya. And I Om Nama Narasim Narasima. They make a motive. So you use specific procedures so that you attain enlightenment. Next one.
Mental man can so control his picturization that he can direct his mental energies towards a goal which is in all wise constructive, a goal of service, of spiritual completion. Mental man can so control his picturization that he can direct his mental energies towards a goal which is in all wise constructive, a goal of service, of spiritual completion.
Hello, listen carefully. Hello. Why is something now? And the white picture, the Hyundai black car. Fear what you tell you. So single room only platform at the moment. But what you single one platform. Then you picture a mansion, the boy with swimming pool. But yes, sir. And I say the mental man can so control his picturization that he can direct his mental energies towards a goal which is all wise, constructive, a goal of service, of spiritual cooperation. Nyakupa Moya said we can direct our mind. You bet in the address, you say, I want to be enlightened. The goal is, I want to be enlightened. And that is your goal. You can picture it. Seeing yourself develop spiritually. Now you develop a goal of service and a goal of spiritual cooperation. With your mind, you can do that. Normally, the I say, because we are in a mundane world, mundane. Mundane means this physical world. Because we are in the physical world, mostly what we picture are only the physical things in the world. But at the end of the day, nature per se is developing, we shall be enlightened. The more now do what this is to say, when you are Bama or your tenty and no one do picture by force. When you are bow or your tenty or what do I, and yet no one picture by force. That is your mental level. We are saying, take it to the spiritual aspect too. Then you draw it to yourself. The more you picture it, now the empire now can say proceed that down the year, you will get it. That's what I said.
Psychic man can escape from his prison of psychic frustration by tasks such as the dispensation of psychic energies upon a psycho-spiritual level, such as rendering of spiritual healing. of all tasks capable to psychic man, this is the most beneficial.
Psychic man can escape from prison, from his prison of psychic frustration, by tasks such as the dispensations of psychic energies upon a psycho-spiritual level, such as rendering of healing, spiritual healing, of all tasks capable to psychic man. This is the most beneficial. What is psycho-spiritual? Psycho means mind. It's like psychology. What you say? Psycho means mind. So we have psychology, the study of the mind. Then we have psychiatrists. Psycho means mind. Psycho spiritual level, please. Your mind is different from your spirit. What is it? Your mind is different from your spirit. I must say, those who are having psychic silence, you don't seem to understand things at the psychic level. Or say, why don't you calm down? Then you mix your psychic energy with your spiritual energy. Now there is something like healing. Like I want to try and see if I can heal someone. But the madness is you, that is psychic. And spiritualize the act. Then I have balanced my psychic energy. And I'll say, of all tasks capable to psychic man, this is the most beneficial. Hello? Some who are doing a move, now this spiritual asset become now they are here at their move, wait and pursue. That is why when you heal, you don't charge. Depend on us, alhamdulillah. It is very beneficial. So, or check enlightenment said, say the person when you're enlightened in all your life, make sure the enlightenment that person was second. You apply it on somebody. One fantasy. So enlightenment, if it came through teachings, if it came through a certain prayer, I won't say we may be a male. So bet your soul to you, it is beneficial. Why are you doing? Because the more now now check, now guarding from now so we are there. One year man 10,000 Ghana, or 2 hours per year to my best one. 10,000 Ghana, one friend Miami and son. No more, they are 300 so much of your water and water. I'm by the end of the month, now scan of the more now 5 cities profit will share the air. God, they can't get that like us when you're person. So the moment you're on the path of enlightenment, you're away and say you want to expand the energy. That's all the energy in the body for me and the mobile. You're not person years to travel. Some of us will not teach. I wait and teach all my kids. My mama will never match on me. I remember Champo family go. But we told you, but yes, I'll be stagnant. But what you say? Then just
psychic man can so control his settled universal life force that he can bring about strict mental control.
Yes.
By so doing, he is capable of concentration.
Yes.
He can, at this stage, so enhance his concentrative abilities to that he is capable of contemplation with open-minded diligence, which will bring about even greater awareness, a greater understanding, and which will bring to open the door of enlightenment.
For the sake of a moment, let me read this smoothly. Psychic man can control his subtle universal life forces, that he can bring about strict mental control. By so doing, he is capable of concentration. He can, at this stage, so enhance his concentrative abilities. To that, he is capable of contemplation with open-minded diligence, which will bring about even greater awareness, a greater understanding, and which will begin to open the door of enlightenment. What is the meaning? Waka universal life force. One word. Universal life force. Universal life force is another name for the subtle energy of the universe. Was a woody back through your psychic powers, what you are doing, the energy, the universal life force, with strict mental control. Hello? Listen. It is a waste of time for you to sit down for 1 hour thinking about the idea. It is a waste of time to sit about 1 hour thinking about a man who will be a doubtful and to a dear, but you share the answer. It is a waste of time to sit down for 1 hour thinking about a certain idea, how. Hello? The more you give your mind to that thing, the more I'm going to cry. Martin, this is the danger of thoughts. So what now again says, be a doubt. Now we'll drill for 1 hour. After that, never doubt some more. I'm sure I say yes. And I'll say that universal life forces and out of 1 hour, what did Jane say? You be a how? Was it facade there? Actually, universal life force into yourself. The universal life force is perfect. Universal life force in Nigeria, you might see your talk, if you are born, Musumiki, Musuma da Suki, a year da Suki, Uframa e Bomeboa, and society. What does Sotias? What does Airport? Universal life force is making everything look perfect. And I'll say, despite problems now, despite obstacles now, we need to was use the universal life force into yourself. Instead of thinking about the problems around you, hello, for universal life force, how the problem will be solved rather than you are concentrating on solving the problem. Yes, you are concentrating on solving the problem. If you are able to concentrate on solving the problem, then you enter into a state of contemplation. And contemplation is antenna. Maybe you know what's a hammer. Maybe you don't have a solution. Now I have become one with the solution. Never ever ye, you know. The same man, you know, 1 hour and transit, and go ye. The more now to hold this and yes, no one made you say the universal life force is perfect, and I'm a boy. I'm not a brother supposed to. And there was a universal life force in 18 boy, Emma and Yema de okay? Like I said, I do not have the begins and yet and Yemanian. What done it I do to extract the energy of the universe to solve the problem for you? Then that is the time of contemplation. How the problem will be solved. You become one with how the problem will be solved. In this case, now address and now what now will say it can be solved. So you become part of the solution. And eventually you will be able to solve it. And you are, like I said, when I'm on the path of enlightenment, agreed and I understood. Is it difficult? Huh? Yes. Let's say, repeating. A man be a problem with down so. Our woman is strong thought. When we say, I say, you know why I tell meditation. A team of very tributes. Now we are born out 1 solid hour. When you are trying to make it manifest. We are saying, God, the universal life force, and find a way of solving the problem. Then you become one with the solution process. Then you become Wakasa. I solve the problem. Yes. What's the way you open the door of enlightenment. Problems that surround you. Solve the problems. How to solve it. The solution is not from you. The solution is the universal life force. So when you withdraw the universal life force into you, you become partners with the universal life force to be able to develop. This is the basic teaching of social Buddhism. When they say Nam Myoho Renge Kyo, That when they send them here already, that universal life force, a person universal life force here, the air one. And today, he moves with the universal life force. That's what they say now. So, when you how religious here, you will not right to be condemned. You will start condemning the Buddhists. So I can't again of you. Because they are not ready to learn. It's all can. But I don't know why you're busy. So only universal life force in the bed one. You are busy sitting alone on your bed, thinking about your problems. That was sense. It's whatever. Regardless of the procedure.
The next essential step he can then take is the transmutation of mental energies upon the plane of inspiration called high intuition. This is brought about by strict control and the manipulation of the individual's karmic pattern through service and so on. At this stage, he is then capable of meditation. Through such meditation, the aspirant opens the door even wider, so that the brilliant, everlasting vibration of enlightenment may forever surround him.
Another long sentence. What is the meaning? Spiritual teachings. The next essential step, you can be able to attract the universal life force into yourself. Okay? Then in partnership with the universal life force, what the AA do, in your own interest. Now this is the next step. The next step is the next step to take is the transmutation of mental energies upon the plane of inspiration called high intuition. Mental energies are keeping universe no more. Okay. You can transmutate it. Ultimately, done a bad part of your thinking process. Hello? It becomes part of your thinking process. You find a high intuition. What is intuition? Intuition is from two words, in and tuition. Tuition, you have to train. People say tuition fee. You have to train. So intuition, it is teaching yourself within you. After what you have said, intuition has two words, in and tuition. Tuition is about then in it is within you. Was if you're able to harness that energy, over to me, transmutate that energy into yourself. So what it means is, and I'm saying one journey from worrying process, to planning about solving the problem. That's what you said. You be maybe a white university division. It is about solving it. You don't think about the problem again. What you say? Hello? It's an assembly down, so I will get on. And I'm saying what I do stage said. When a universal life portion, I want with your mind. Maybe I'll bet too wide you are trying to solve the problem. It means maybe I'll bet you what you think is correct, it is true. Only universal life portion, it is a step you have to go through, you have to reach. So, to the Bible dream piano, any universe near back, but and yes, simple in your life. Should be a yard. But I want to put it in a yard. Until you are cloudy yard, you never be that. It is a process. So, kakra. Now, I just saw our old junior Wusu, our old junior, I don't watch over, our old juniors will be obedient. All Jenny Salvasa will be unnecessarily, or Jenny Bonnie. Was you change it to try to solve the problem. Instead of whatever you think it is. This you have to get to a different level. Whatever you think it is, remember what you it is. Says whatever you think it isn't. Because Jenny, why you're home. One can say, oh, the person didn't tell you. Who was I did you say it here? Who was I did 17 family didn't tell you? Who was I did with my enemy? Who was I did some down so you can't wait in a woman? Better universal life force right now. It was you want to be free so that you'll be able to attract the universal life force. Do you know what is universal life force? Universal life to be able to get it. The other say open level. And yes, I was starting your 1 year. It can take you so many years. Open level. Step will be out to be you are one day universal life force. You don't care. Nothing will happen to you. And we'll do that. The old bed, it is. Whatever you think it is. Whatever you think it is, you think it is. Hello? What do level be? Sometimes you don't know, you don't even need to pray too much. As someone abamani and abamadu, as a bomb by. Because a madu level, you know. May general was I say, my bomb by because I am one of the universe. After all, one hour bomb by you are just going to the universal life of that people go. So the moment you think, why can you see Saudi and so on bomb by your home, that they are making there's something called silence mental melody. Hello? Silence mental melody. In Yemen, a Lucy, who should be watching any for Wakosa. Kana Wuji, Ukabo Tibra and Mac. Wajimins assembly Husa. Now, I do not want general without noticing. It becomes a prayer. I'm on fire. Then we are saying, say, Burosachi Bianoso. Say, bedroom baby, anything you think it is correct, it is. If anything you think it is, becomes correct, you are sure, say, you never will do. Because you must sure say, love never do, you imagine a bell. Let me count it. We have best sure say, love the number do, you do a bed a bell. So one can say, one, I'm watching it at discriminating from what to do and what not to do with the American.
These are the essential steps to enlightenment. There is not an easy path.
Yes.
Some passages are shorter, yet more dangerous than others.
Mote, was saying these are the essential steps for you to be enlightened. There is no easy path. And you're simple, so share social them and you understand the way. It is a lifelong process. It is a lifelong process. What's the idea? Where does it come from? I must say, some pass a big short way. What you say? Some of the ways are shorter, but they are dangerous than others. The person you gonna be, the person you gonna be. What do you want to see? Before you see something, you know the static levels you pass through. It takes time. There is no easy way out. And you are journey spirituality. You apply whatever you learn every day for your spiritual progress.
This you know. Ignorance is the cause of the complications diverted by terrestrial man. Therefore, enlightenment is simplicity.
Motive, ignorance are complications. It is complicated. Can you pass only be a person, only as an adventist? What to good symbol, not a number. What to good symbol, not a number. A neutral one. Ignorance is the most complicated thing. The simplest thing, simplicity, is enlightenment. Because as I sit here, Michelle spiritual teachers bear in command. In command the flows are because it is simple. None of us is ignorant. But we will be aware you are better. I'm not conversation either. I complicated. So enlightenment is simplicity. Ignorance is quite complex. It is complex. It is complicated. Minje manama minje. Menka anasema menka. Minje anasema minjiano. Minje anasema minje. Now go out to what's ubiani minje it has become complicated. But then when we're like it's no more complicated. When the law of karma is there, why should I be worrying myself about everything? It was said there is no easy way out.
Use that as a test for your contemplation, and eventually, when meditation is possible, much will be revealed. Partner in solving problems with the universe. Now you become one with the universe. Then we say you are meditating. If you do that, much will be revealed to you. When you become one with the universe, we say you are meditating. That is meditation. If you get to that meditative state, when the universe you are okay. Not this. Not this also.
Yes.
Enlightenment cannot dawn whilst the clouds is indiscriminate.
The cloud of
Once the cloud of indiscrimination cover the sky of your mentality, discriminate. You have been told how to do this. Do it and go into enlightenment.
What is it? Also, I can say, we can't go. Men can a man men can be tell me, can be tell. Men do not understand me. They make out here say, what say? It clouds your mind. Then there is indiscrimination. The indiscrimination covers the skies of the mentality. I believe in what you. What's it discriminate? You. Some of them discriminate. You select. I think we will have me. I say we have one. They are making up a one. Maybe I make on a one. A here for some way. What's it discriminate? And you have been told how to do it. Like I said, I tell you the book, but I've told you always. You be there yourself. You be there yourself. You be there yourself. And you be there yourself in the one. Discriminate. The one per more and discriminate here. 1,005 at the about dream at the go. The one. Now we would get happy say you do not. 1,500 thoughts. They 1,399. And you papa. Put it back. So discriminate. We are me. Is it good for my enlightenment? We are making. Is it good for my enlightenment? Baby, I making. Will help you to develop? Yeah, me. They make out yourself. What's it discriminate? You have been told how to do it. Do it and go into enlightenment. Please just do it and go into enlightenment. Discriminate. Maybe Diana wa discriminate. So Jenny and discriminating what? But when you be Diana, so Jenny. And yet, Bibiana, please, me. Who are position go and yet Bibiana with me, we discriminate, but that is physical. We remember, say, physically, I'm this, but I'm not supposed to do this, but I'm not supposed to do this. And as spiritually, we say, we are not supposed to do certain things. Think certain way, act certain way. But what you say? Well, yes, sir. Enlightenment will be given. Now, man, I'm going to the fourth freedom is enlightenment. To be enlightened, to grow spiritually. To grow spiritually. If we're enlightened, never be seen yam. Yam fan is saying yam well. You're sure some of the job. Yam fan is yeah. When you should put a universal life force, you need to attract you to yourself to help you solve the solution. So better than what I say in yet. We done so we are in say so better than what you and we are now good. Concentrate on the sun, energy entering you. You see that concentrate on you say a good so. Concentrate say air is entering you. Just concentrate on the beauty of the universe. Trying to push aside the worries and problems and obstacles. So when yes sir, you are attracting positivity. Then you will be what? Enlightened. If I can say what you are saying. Yes, I say we are a good boy in the end and mission. Or 2.0 cents in mission. Now, if I'm a woman, young boy. Amen.